For Brett and Gorm, as you enter as non-participants, actually, let's go here. So I think I showed you this map before. There will be two of them. But for now, I'll just kind of stick you there. For Brett and Gorm, it is a measly 3 gold pieces cost to enter. And I know Brett had said that he was interested in entering kind of early in the day to get closer to the front rows. And basically,
I think you had said you were going to put me in like the middle, so that way.
Yeah, you can move wherever you want. I've just got us on here. So this red section that I have here, that's kind of the only section that is basically off limits.
Got it.
Those are all warded off. Everywhere else, you can kind of be wherever you please in there. And then the rest of you, I just kind of have on there. You'll be somewheres. Wherever you like, because you'll be coming from underneath. But upon your arrival, you almost immediately notice that there is a number of very finely dressed audience members, not just in that one section that seems kind of warded off. And probably if you're showing up early, that section probably doesn't have barely anyone in it, as those seats are, not just general admission. But you notice that there are a number of finely dressed audience members kind of moving throughout the crowd. And a lot of these people have large notebooks and these large shoulder bags that are all kind of similarly patterned and colored. And you can see as these people are just moving freely throughout the crowd, that they are taking in coins and the exchange of coins for little written coupons or written receipts. They do appear to be bookies. Yeah, there is a lot of coin already flowing as people are betting on whatever people are betting on at this point in time. So yeah, you can see that coin is already flowing here in the form of gambling. And throughout the hours kind of leading up to this event, there are small things that may happen, like in the crowd, and some dinosaurs, team dinosaurs, eventually start being paraded about the entry. At least some of them, probably not all of them, but those that paid enough to get their dinos kind of trotted out on the field. And the crowd just continually starts to fill up, and at mid-sun is when the event will kind of begin for the day, a very long day of tournament. But the crowd just slowly kind of builds and builds as the day goes on. For those of you beneath, you can hear the crowd starting to fill as that day goes on, and you're kind of wardened off into your own little sections. Basically, you kind of get this little alcove of a locker room, and it's all pretty open. You can walk about between them, but you do get your own little area to just kind of sit with your thoughts on the upcoming event and just kind of ready yourself however you may need to do that. As I think I told you before, you'll get an hour's rest after your first event. So you do get a short rest after your first event. And then after that, the bouts kind of start coming more rapidly, and you get access to basically one cure wounds from a healer, a cleric who is present. And you'll note there are a few kind of walking around down here. And there are a good number of combatants also walking around. Many of them look to be from the region, and then others do look like there's a few like pretty ripped sailors who are like think they're tough and want to be in this event, who come from far off, and there are maybe a few other more foreign to Krizik looking people like yourselves that may be from elsewhere. But for the most part, everyone down there is kind of keeping to themselves and just getting ready. And every so often, there is this area that is totally warded off from you. There are guards standing in between it. There is a curtain, and there is some kind of wooden structure, some wall. And behind that, you do hear very like ominous growls and roars from time to time that sound like all manner of animals, as well as the rattling of steel, and it's it's exciting down there. It's exciting. A hum of excitement, I would say. Is there anything anyone wants to do before we end up getting into it?
I would probably be like playing an instrument while I'm in the crowd, just seeing if I can entertain my section, get a few tips, that sort of thing.
I love it. Give me a performance check. General performance check. As you play away. Yeah, so you notice, like, after just kind of finding your seat and, stretching out and getting ready, and you notice, like, as soon as you start playing, you're able to draw a pretty small crowd, which then grows. People are paying attention to you as you're playing, and as the kind of fancier, quote unquote, section starts to file in. And your presence, you're kind of closer onto that side, that you actually notice a couple people from over there begin like kind of looking your way, and there are just a few like farther off people that start like pointing and paying attention to you as you're kind of able to draw in these people around you. There's some people who might even suspect that you're part of the early entertainment of the day, and are kind of like clapping, pretty enthralled.
I'll put out my hat at my feet at some point, see if I can get people to throw gold in there.
I love it. Let's see. Sweet. Yeah, so you'll make 43 gold pieces over the time you're playing, which is actually a pretty sizable amount of coinage. The main like share of that, like you're getting a lot of like smaller pieces from the people around you, but you actually find a few one bookie that kind of like that you recognize kind of comes by and puts a kind of sizable little coin purse in there, as well as someone very finely dressed in like kind of silks that you probably pick out as they're kind of walking towards you, and find where they kind of return to after kind of giving you this kind of large like purse of coin in your hat. When they return, they kind of walk into that section with the nobles, and they appear to be like a servant of one noble in this section who is like kind of surrounded by all these people that are kind of serving and like watching and kind of doting on this person. And this person looks, I think I have an image. At least let's see what this Roll20 thing has. We got handouts in here.
What's the name of the inn we're staying at?
The Thundering Lizard.
The Thundering Lizard. If you would take it, I would have given that guy a small little pamphlet or flyer that I had made up last night that basically just says, you know, Brett, Earl the West, all my different, you know, performing names, and, you know, find me at the Thundering Lizard with just mentioning my performance tonight as well.
The person looked like that and is sitting in that section. You have to imagine there are just hundreds and hundreds of tokens on this page. That will slow everything down. But in particular, you note that the servant does take your flyer and return to that person who is seated in a fairly royal-looking area. Okay. Okay. So as the day grows closer to high sun, the crowd starts to kind of whip up in more excitement. And eventually a man kind of walks out into the center and essentially starts to demand the attention of the crowd, who all kind of look down on this person. He's got this like massive headdress on, all these colorful feathers coming off his head, and he gets the crowd paying attention to him. I need the music to calm down. And as the hush kind of falls over, welcome, everyone, to Port Hope, to the tournament of favor. Everyone cheers loudly as they start to bring out these two pages, totally draped with cloth draping. Everyone kind of like, you can sense the crowd, everyone trying to see through these things. And I actually need to get my fighters to roll just a flat d20 for me. Everyone competing to roll me a flat d20 only. Well. Okay. I need to get rid of my tavern music. Turn something on for the moment. Okay. Now, don't be alarmed. as I copy and paste Brett and Gorham. There are now two of you. Okay, you'll be there. And you'll be there.
Gamos, you're so big. You're like a boss. Like a boss fight. Take me.
Boss for the enemies.
Yeah, he tries to scare the enemies. Okay. Just moving some people around a little bit. Let's see. This person. It's weird how they list all these people. It's very confusing. In the roll 20. Oh.
Michael, I am going to cast a spell on myself before finish.
Perfect. Sorry, I'm very not used to how they organize their peeps on here. You, my friend, will go here. Why should not be where I thought you were? Ah, there you are. Oh, you're supposed to go in here. Okay, now we're good. Just gotta organize their sheets. Okay, so as stated previously, we'll run these two combats simultaneously, although they will happen back to back. Gamos drew the short straw, and we'll be fighting on the lower arena. Feel free to just scroll down just so you just see that one, unless you want to zoom out really far and watch all the events like I will be having to do. The rest of you, Tiny Maddie and Mythos, are all in the same heat with one more lad. Gamos, you'll see you are with a few. So Tiny, Maddie, and Mythos are actually part of the first heat, so they will come out first with a guy that looks like this. This gentleman is kind of this large human, pretty strapping. He's a pretty beefy looking guy. Benches a lot of weights, those types of things. Gamos, you are with a dwarf with some crazy scarring. You'll also, of note, he is missing one arm. You are with a tabaxi that appears to wield a bow. And a human woman who is wielding a mace. And as you are brought out and kind of instructions given, you are told that this round is man versus beast. And that this round you are just trying to defeat the beasts, though as was noted previously, sometimes people fight people, just to even the odds early. So you never know what might happen.
Are the humans or the other people in the arena wearing stuff of other racing teams?
Yes, there is one that is wearing something from the other racing teams. And unfortunately for Tiny, that person is the Tabaxi, who is wearing the color of Big Honker. The others are not. So, your Tabaxi hunter is wearing some Big Honker clothing items.
All right, Gamos, you got to make sure he makes it.
She'll see.
Probably not priority number one, but
Yeah. It's not Tiny's fault if they don't make it through.
It is true. All right.
we can pick a parking lot fight.
Catch him on the way out.
Just jump him. Be a real band of murder hobos.
You know?
Suck.
Totally gonna be the hero.
They just want, they want what they want. How do you spell dinosaur? There we go.
And Michael, there is we're taking we have the time to take a short rest between round one
Correct.
and the next rounds, but that's the only short rest, right?
That is correct.
Cool. Can just cool.
All right. So any pre-done spells. Now is the time, and this will just be pre-round one, basically. And I'll also have you roll.
It's not with advantage. That's better.
And Brett, if you want to roll with both Tokes, and then if Gorm, if you are interested in doing anything in combat, feel free to roll with both Tokes.
Michael, do I need to hit the initiative again? It didn't give me advantage.
Yes.
I don't think, even though I had the initiative. Or
Yeah.
the,
My advantage didn't double up on it either. I had to push it twice.
okay. I just
Gorm,
remember-
are we sitting apart intentionally, or is that just happenstance?
I think probably so.
Okay.
Probably more good than harm could come from us playing it cool for now.
Okay. Cool. Love it.
Nate, you'll have to change your number in the tracker because it added the lower number to the actual turn order.
Good looking out.
That's it for the arena. 3 boxes will be opened.
Is that Gary?
Similar, but a little
You mean
different.
Doug? You mean Doug?
Doug, dang it. Dang it. Gary is the celestial dolphin. How could I forget?
Yeah.
Doug is the raptor.
This is a Dionychus, which is
Ooh,
basically
a big Doug.
Velociraptor. Yeah, bigger Doug. For the first group, and for the second,
T-Rex.
not a T-Rex.
Is that a leopard being attacked by snakes?
I don't know. It's like
The Chimera.
Is it wearing something?
Is a Commodon.
Huh. Okay. Well, I had the leopard and snakes right.
Well, that's
You
fun.
did have the leopard and the snakes right.
It's a leopard Medusa.
So many things on my screen. Dionychus. Okay. Okay. Let me adjust this order. All right, Brett. So we'll just have first faster Brett go in the first round, or go for the top, and slower Brett goes at the bottom.
Love it.
So that's just easier. All right, the fights begin simultaneously at different times by magic. Okay. As you enter the arena, Gamos, you're immediately struck by the strange beauty of this creature. I don't know if you've ever seen a Commodon before, but my God. It's a weird one. So I'm trying to get his character sheet to open. Thank you. And boy, it's quick off the jump, that old Commodon. It moves straight forward, sprinting after its cage is opened, leaping into the air, and attempting to land a claw and or bite. Who's to say? A claw. A claw, that's who's to say. Come on, roll 20. Be cool. Give me that sweet claw. Oh, it's just always rolling advantage, disadvantage with my monsters, I think, in this. But it is a 19 to hit against this woman, which is, in fact, the hit. Why am I not auto rolling damage? That's obnoxious. Gonna have to make some big changes here. Auto roll damage. Query advantage. Thank you. Alright. Just rolling for damage. Oh my goodness, don't ask me that. Gotta change all these things. Don't query. Whisper toggle. Advantage toggle. Try this again, just for the demo. 9 points of slashing. Which immediately looks absolutely brutal, and she needs to make a strength saving throw. Which she fails and is now prone. Prone beneath the claw of this horrible creature. And it is also the beasts that move first. Up top. As two Deinonychus start sprinting. They're big. I think they made them feathery in these images, which is fun.
Yeah.
This one moves straight towards this chap. 20 feet. Going with the claw. 9, I don't think hits. Oh boy. Does not. Misses. And second. Straight towards old Tiny. With the claw.
Oh,
Critical threat against old Tiny. Does a 24 hit, Tiny?
yeah.
Tiny, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
It's your hit with my claw. 15 will save. And as this thing leaps towards you, claws digging into you, you can feel that it's trying to topple you to the ground, that you are quite a large specimen and are able to keep it off you. That is the Deinonychus' turns, and it is your go, Tiny. Taking a brutal gash.
Yeah. Bonus action. Does work. Bonus action. He's going to pull out one of his little totems, place it down next to him, on him, kind of there, which will heal him a little bit for 3 through
Start
a
somewhere.
healing blessing. Yeah, can't hurt. Healing blessing ability just heals for my spell or my heals for my level when I place down a totem. And then for action, we are going to so he has these little like glowing orbs that are just kind of around him at all times, little spirits, maybe something like that. He holds up his scimitar. What do I have? Scimitar. And you guys see that one of them actually goes into the scimitar, and as he makes an attack on the raptor that is in front of him, it might do something. Lame.
7 to hit.
Yeah.
Does not hit the round. The Dionychus, if you will. I just realized that I don't have any of the NPCs, which is upsetting. Shago will get a free turn. Here. Will not get a free turn. And this chap. Great. I love when things work out well. This poor priest actually did good. That person will get a free turn. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. So Shago will up. Do this. It's gonna shield bash this thing. I need to fix all of these things, which is really annoying. Advantage toggle. Toggle. Thank you. Shield bash. 13 to hit against the Dionychus. Will hit Dionychus. Strength save from the Dionychus. The Dionychus is knocked on its ass. And the priest will heal herself. All right, Maddie, it is your go.
Maddie will come here. Get flanking. And swing your quarterstaff.
That will hit. 6 points of pledge.
And knowing that she hasn't put herself in the best position and seeing these things like to come charge, Maddie's going to use a bonus action to dodge.
Oh. Top map Brett.
I make a perception check. I know last time we talked about there were people keeping an eye on the crowd. Do I see anyone trying to like intervene? How closely are they watching? I'm just loving this action.
You're just loving this action. It's hard to draw your eyes away from dinosaurs just tearing into flesh.
But I do see the watchers pretty clearly, right? It's not like they're secret shoppers or anything like that.
No, yeah, you saw them kind of file in early, and much like at major sporting events, they kind of are standing at the base of each of the like kind of steps, and just kind of just chilling there. They have not melded into the crowd or anything.
Okay, so I don't have any super close to me then.
Yeah. No, there is kind of one here in this general area, and there is one kind of close here at this bottom part of the step. But
then I'm just holding an action because I don't want to blow the cover right off the bat. So
you
Pass.
Mythos.
Is it safe to say that he would have casted Shillelagh as well in preparation?
Yes. Yes, probably.
Yeah.
Would have been smart to walk out with that active.
I figured. Then he will attack the one that's prone in front of him
Hell yeah.
with advantage and planar warrior.
Lovely. Yeah, 24, you say?
See? And that is his turn.
And long after the first 3 members of your party are murdered in the arena during the second gladiatorial event, Tabaxi Hunter, who is dressed in the regalia of the Big Honker racing team, will flash out first with its. Says I'm in a bad spot. It's kind of pissed off. So he's just gonna claw at it. So that's what he's got. 6 to hit, followed by 7 to hit. Misses twice. He doesn't want to hurt his feline friend. Obviously, that's what's going on. Back to the top. Another Dionychus. Will sprint directly at Shago, leaping into the air and trying to land a claw with a 16 to hit, hitting Shago for 8 points of slash. And Shago gets to make a strength save. A lot of strength saves. Shago's chill. He's strong as hell. The dwarf. Not sure what to make of Gamos. But is sure how to do some fighting. Get into flanking against the Commandant. And will turn on my advantage toggle. Because he will go reckless. Hitting with the battle axe. 10 points of slash. Second Brett.
Same song, different verse.
Oh.
I will probably tell you what, I'm going to hold an action for the first time that Gamos does something cool. I'm going to try and start a Gamos chant.
Nice. I just realized I should have made the breads different. They highlight better. So I'm just going to do that real quick. Beautiful. Alright. Raptor will come get into flanking against the small child who is patiently defending. So a normal, it's going to try to pounce, so a claw. 18 to hit, man.
Maddie is going to feel the that come up and from her dragon mark.
Oh, dope.
She's going to cast shield.
Wasn't she dodging?
I was just saying, does that
Oh, that was a reaction. You're right. I cheated. Thank you. I will not do that because that's cheating because it's 2 reactions. Yes, she's hit.
No,
That
your
doesn't-
dodge was
You're
a bonus
dodging
action.
though.
Oh yeah.
You're
I mean-
fine.
I mean
Michael's
the attack. Yeah.
Michael's
Yeah.
attacking normal because the dinosaur would have advantage because of flanking, so it's just a flat
Oh.
roll.
Oh, that's right.
But Connor, you did that with the key point, so
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
you're
good.
right.
you should be fine.
You guys are right. Thank you. So she's
we're
going
all
to.
in the correctness.
So she's going to expend. This is not obviously the text of shield, but this is from her dragon mark. Is the bottom part of the text. So
Dope.
she's going to expend a hit die. So let's just see what happens.
Oh, cool.
And her hit die as a monk is a D8.
Very interesting. Hey.
So she gets 8 temporary hit points.
Awesome. Very cool.
And that is her reaction.
That is awesome.
So is it shield plus that or just the bottom part?
It's shield plus that.
Oh, that's legit.
Yeah, that's very cool. All right. That's all it's got. Gamos.
Amos is going to move around, staying outside of its 5-foot reach, getting there with his 40 feet movement speed, and is going to just rage initially as bonus action, and we'll make a lance attack at it. Do I have flanking?
Good question. I would think so.
Okay.
Don't really know how flanking with reach works, but I would think so.
Well, flanking doesn't really exist in 5e anyway, so
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm like, probably works. The idea of flanking is that it's distracted. So, yet it does not matter with those terrible rolls.
Oh, and each creature within 10 feet of me when I rage takes 2 fire damage. So the dwarf.
The dwarf barely feels the heat.
We sent Gamos to just take everybody else out with two fire damage at a time.
It's good. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Is this other Commodon's turn? What is your speed, you weird monstrosity? Well, you're going to have to pounce. Because knocking down a small cat would be quite fun. It moves, it pounces, and it attempts to knock over this Tabaxi. Damn it. Roll better. Tabaxi will dodge out of the way. Other Commodon will then go, being flanked to all hell. We'll do this. You see it kind of look over its shoulder, maybe some of the snakes kind of looking towards the two that kind of did it in, hit it twice now. But it kind of turns its gaze to the other two before exhaling some type of like vaporous cone at both the priest and the tabaxi. Do I need both of them now to make a con save? The tabaxi and the priest. 2 12s. They both just save. You see them both kind of like wobble on their feet for a moment, but they are able to stay up as it attempted to give its friend there a free meal. And then it kind of returns its gaze to Hugh and Gamos. And Shago. Shago will merrily attempt to spear this son of a bee in front of it that is prone on the ground and steal the kill, which he does. Impaling one of the Dionychus, the one that was about to have its turn. This Dionychus will continue its assault on Tiny. This time with a bite. 19 to hit, Tiny.
That hits.
It smells the blood after ripping its claw through you, and now getting its teeth real up in there. Starts tearing away at your flesh. If only you had a priest who could cast Cure Wounds, like this one down here. Who will kind of panic after having to do what it had done, and we'll cast Sanctuary. As a bonus action. Reverse that. We'll actually hit and then cast Sanctuary. So Mace and then Sanctuary. Because I'm a smart player. Doesn't matter. Tiny, bloodied with a V-Raptor. A D-Raptor? A D-Raptor.
D-Raptor.
Right up on your face.
So everyone within a 20-foot radius of pretty much there. So everybody gets +3 healing from my little totem boy.
Does that include the dinos?
Heal the dinos. Heal my dinos.
I think it doesn't specifically say of my choosing or not. It just
Does it say creatures, enemies?
I am trying to find it.
I feel like it's not creatures, but it could be.
To a creature of your choice.
Uh-huh.
So
That's a better way to do it instead of everybody.
yeah.
A creature.
So I lied.
So one of my dinos, probably. That's your choosing, the one that's biting you, probably.
No,
Probably
no,
pick
no.
that one.
Probably pick myself. It's a D4. I'm sorry. The +3 was when I put it down. Boop. Okay, cool. And then
You don't want my dinos? You could.
no, not your dino. So sorry. He's doing
No.
just fine. Cute until he almost one hits you.
He's working
That is
on
a problem.
Working on a 3 hit right now.
Tiny is going to make a just melee attack against the guy in front of him. Actually, That's not true.
You'll have the damage.
He's going to. It's close though. No, yeah, he's just gonna make a melee attack. With his little scimitar. Cool.
16 does hit.
Great. 3 whole points of damage. And then as a bonus action, he is going to use his hidden step ability, and he vanishes.
Oh. He gone.
And then we're gonna move somewhere. Not that it totally matters, but we'll go over there. Yeah.
It flavor bites at the air. Maddie, right where you want to be. Between two Dionysus. Dianokai. That'll play.
That's against the bottom one. And
That will take him out.
nice. And then Maddie will use another point of key for flurry of blows and get 2 unarmed strikes. And she's gonna have them be how about lightning damage? Why not?
One hit. The first kind of blows by, but the second does indeed strike true. The lightning damage. Yeah, dinos love that. Dinos love that. Brett. Top Brett.
Brett will start shouting and pointing to everyone in his second section. Look at that! She has the power of the skies in her fists! Maddie! Maddie! And that'll be my turn.
The crowd is pretty enthralled by you already. You definitely start to get a few, and after her felling one, people
I
are
assume
there.
everyone thought the teenage girl was going to die when she was surrounded by 2 tiny
Yeah,
girls.
there might be a few people that are afraid for their pocketbooks.
Yeah, Jungle Princess was not not even believers.
Mythos.
Those will go over here. I guess they'll go here.
That flank bone.
That flank down.
Hey!
Oh.
That is a lot of damage.
Oh my.
Just instantly vaporized.
Oh my goodness. Wow. If I've done the math right, it is surely dead.
Yeah. Does he even need to confirm? Does the 11 on the left side already do it?
Yeah. Yeah. You do not need to confirm before I don't even have the burnt open yet, and it does not matter in this moment.
Just imagine, like, Mythos is just sort of like, twirling around a little bit and just double hand cold cocks the thing across the side of the face.
It's like it doesn't even see it coming.
Nope, just
And it is.
bam.
Just knocked out. It's not used to like plant life, taking. Or is he full fire or full? Summer
Yeah, he
mode
is.
right now?
He is in summer mode. He is in banana candy. The fiery kind of orange with the green tinge
Love it.
on the edges.
Love it. Full on banana candy.
Yep.
Bam.
Bam.
Lovely. That's Foxy Hunter, who is just happy to be still up after almost getting pounced on. We'll have to make some choices here.
I feel like there's a vast difference between how the battle's going on the top one and the bottom one.
Yeah,
Croft, in many ways, drew the short straw here.
Cars are bad. And now it's not great. It's not great for this little boy. Well, we're gonna have to two-claw it at the moment. But with advantage. So there's that. So there's that. And 14 both hit. Why are you not rolling damage? Please. Oh, good. Damage, thank you. Every time, please. Thank you. For a measly 4 points damage. Brutal. Gonna have to get out of it. Gonna have to disengage and get out of it, probably. He thinks to himself, as the last living Dionychus inside this arena attempts to bite the Shog. She does. Hugh will continue the reckless attack. And battle axe is bad boy. Missing. Poor Hugh. Bottom Brett.
Same, nothing to do.
Gamos.
Almost was going to use his bonus action to do another instance of his storm aura, dealing 2 fire damage. And we'll lance attack the leopard snake thing.
I'm amazed that that dwarf hasn't moved.
I mean, that
It's
dwarf
almost
is
a-
also a barbarian, so probably just respect.
That's true,
As
yeah.
if he doesn't even seem to notice the burning at his scarred, ridden skin as the incompetence.
Gamos, you want to roll above a natural 7?
Or the
15
bottom.
damage.
It's
too.
okay, yeah. It's okay, Croft. I feel your pain. Things have not been kind today.
Brett starts shouting, "Fight better! The earlier heat was better!"
It is a lot we go about for these folks. The comment on that was slow to get to the fight. Will also attempt to breathe its vapors on the Foxy Hunter and the priest, just so happens. Because that's oh boy.
Fail. There you go.
Oh boy.
Fail.
The priest, I think, passes. I think it was
Passed last time.
12. Yeah, it is 12. But the Tabaxi wobbles on his feet before falling asleep. Oh boy, that's good. Seems very good. As that person falls to the ground. This comment on Will. Bite. That will Hugh. That will hit. Sculptor. Oh, it has advantage. Roll for the crit because Hugh was raging. Doesn't matter.
Damage does.
And that's what it's going to do. The Shago will definitely shield bash this thing. Because it worked so well the last time, baby. Knocking it prone. No. Does not knock it prone, but man! Smashes it pretty good. It's wobbling there. The priest. I don't remember how this spell even works. Can't really attack, but can move. Can finally move. Which it will. Which means this thing can try to hit it. What do I have to roll to try to hit it? Those of you that know this spell.
What? Sanctuary?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
That's not good. Oops. Oops! And then we'll lose the sanctuary when she casts Guiding Bolt. Making that comment on a little bit easier to hit. And Tiny will Theodore as you reappear onto the battlefield.
Reappears. Who's the priesty guy? Shago?
This is Shago.
Shago will heal for 3. No, I lied. He will heal for 1. Okay.
Not healing yourself?
I'm not in range. 30. We'll come there. And he'll pat Maddie on the head and nod approvingly and just, good hero.
It is the good hero's turn.
Maddie's gonna give Tiny a devilish grin and be like, "It might be time to be the bad hero now." And then she's gonna look at Mythos and she's gonna go, "Jungle Princess for life!" And then she's gonna run up behind Shago and attack with advantage.
Yes.
Amazing. That will hit.
And then she'll just do a normal one-arm strike. She'll do I don't know, poison damage.
His two massive attacks against the unsuspecting Saga.
Just as you think you're about to kill this dinosaur and just quarter step out of nowhere to smacks you. All right, that's Maddie's turn. It's an action and a bonus action and movement.
The crowd is welling up behind Brett, who is cheering Maddie on vigorously. As
Brett
she goes up and
screams,
smacks
Jungle
Saga.
Princess! And then, as a tester, because we haven't tried this yet, he's keeping his eye out on the Watcher. He will shout at Shago, "Hey Shago, you're so ugly that when you tried to enter an ugly contest, the judges said no professionals." And gonna try a little vicious mockery on him.
I love it. Love it. Okay. Just get Shago's sheet open again.
We were totally prepared for this early.
Definitely. A 3.
That's fail, so he'll take
3.
4 points of psychic damage and have disadvantage. And if I can, I'd like a perception on what did the Watchers notice, or they, I'm trying, like, imagine the Cauldron at Sporting, of like I am just right there, I'm waving the flag, like I'm saying all the stuff normal people would say at this stuff.
Roll a perception check.
Jeez.
Yeah, you're just like, the crowd's like cheering. They're up in front of the people. It's just so hard to see. The one thing that is definitely like, on your mind or less on your mind is, it is just verbal components for that one. So pretty hard to spot.
Yeah, cool.
As we're just screaming.
Cool.
At the Shago.
All right. That's all I got.
Mythos.
Mythos is really bemused by Maddie, and he'll just kind of look at Tiny and go, "Well, you heard her," and he will face step here, and both since he is in his summer form, fire just kind of erupts from his location, and both creatures within 5 feet of him there will take fire damage.
You love to see it.
Yeah, equal to Mythos's charisma modifier, which is a 1 ski.
That could put the raptor down, though.
Right. This explosion of fire and light as you appear there singes both Shago and the raptor, which is barely hanging on.
And he will go ahead and attack that raptor.
A lean, mean raptor killing machine.
There would be force damage on that. I don't know if that matters, but
Oh, it doesn't.
I was gonna say, Doggo, I thought was gonna put it down in one kill.
Yeah. That 15 damage has to be real close to killing the raptors.
Yeah, I thought then with the fire, I thought Connor was right. It was down to 1.
was kind of hoping he would have killed it with the 1, but
As you bring your club down, the raptor falls.
and then he will just sort of wryly smile at Maddie and move right
Like
there.
Let me move this dynamic out of the way. Alright. The sleeping Tabaxi continues sleeping. And Hugh will attempt. Will miss. Hugh will miss.
Gracious.
Hugh. Oh, he has advantage. Oh, he already did. Great, because of the glow, and well, didn't seem to matter. Nice job, buddy. Nice job, buddy. Terrible. Terrible. Wasting the opportunity. Lower Brett, anything.
Nope, we're good.
Gamos.
There's literally nothing happening in this fight, so Brett is trying to lead his section in a "you guys suck" chant.
Gamo's not paying attention to anything from the crowds.
As you shouldn't.
Walks over, takes a couple steps over. Doesn't seem to be breaking any sweat at all yet, and uses Storm Aura again, so 2 damage to each creature within 10 feet. So both leopards now, and the dude. I want to see if I can hit for once.
There you
There
go.
you go.
There we go.
Hey.
11.
And which one were you going for?
All right.
Impales and kills the Commodon.
Hooray!
1 down. 1 not technically untouched. Fire damage.
And Gamos is going to move away.
Nice little trot.
Mm-hmm. Even, cool, raging temper. And that's it.
Okay. Okay. Great. That's what I thought. This thing is going to do its thing on this sleeping target. If I hits, I crits, it says. As it kind of prowls up to the Tabaxi, you notice all of the snakes just kind of get into that, that S striking position before they all lash out at the Tabaxi on the ground. As the leopard head kind of keeps its eye keen to the battle. A 14 to hit.
Don't you have advantage?
I do. Another 14 to hit against the unconscious Tabaxi, who has a 14 armor class. Meets and beats, which does in fact make that a crit.
31.
That's a lot of
Jesus!
poison damage.
It's a lot of poison damage pumped in through the 6 snake heads.
That doubled too.
It is.
Whew.
Yes, it is roll dice.
Fortunately, you mentioned he was wearing a armor of necrotic resistance, right?
Jeez.
Oh no, he did.
As the snakes all strike out, those of you close, the crowd that is close, notices this like almost immediate like black spider webbing beneath the skin under where each of those snakes struck as they pump poison into his veins. It is Shago's turn. Who like grabs his head after like just this searing kind of psychic pain, and kind of unsurprisingly wheels around, reactionary, if you will, and attempts to hit the person that hit him with the club with his shield. Back.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
Thanks, Marshall.
Yup, that was big. That was big right there.
a 10 does not hit.
So he swings back, and you can feel the power behind this thing as it swings by you. And then he like frowns a bit as he sees you there.
Shago's hot. Is that like his third crit?
Yeah, he is hot. That's why we got to take him down.
Yeah, no, totally.
Feeling good, feeling great, this guy.
Need this guy out of here.
Yeah.
Priest. Slowly cleaning up things. Could just do that again, I guess. I don't know how clerics replenish shit. It's kind of cool. Gonna just have to Sacred Flame for now. Do I need to get? Oh no, I don't need to get any closer. Great. Phenomenon needs to make a save. Dexterity. Saves. Tiny.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. All right. He's going to look on, seeing that they've got that taken care of. Or at least hoping, also, because he's like
I can see Tiny not being down to clown like Maddie and Mythos are.
yeah. So he will. Is this a bonus action? Be a bonus action. Damn. Oh well. he'll cure wounds himself.
Don't forget, you'll get a short rest coming.
I know,
Okay.
but I want to make sure. Well, yeah, that's my thing. Is
Don't you have your totem D4?
yeah, I do.
Use that and hold on, because you're not
He
going to
will.
take.
He's going to. He'll do what he was going to do anyway, but he will flavor. He'll heal for his totem, and then he's going to spare the dying on the top raptor.
Love it. Spare the dead.
And that's it. He'll move into position to this one to spare the dying. He'll let him next.
Maddie.
You know what time it is? Betrayal.
What time is it?
That will absolutely hit.
Betrayal. No one said we were on the same team.
He has that
Yeah.
red token. That means bad guy.
Yeah.
And it means he dies, too.
And that does
I'm sure an
not-
11 does not hit a guy with a shield.
does not hit the Shago. Brett.
Hey, Shago! Yo, mama's so ugly, even Dora can't explore her.
Wonderful. We love to see it.
Ah, damn.
He's able to tune out the noise, which is good for him in his critical threading ways. Mythos.
All I know is that Dora the Explorer confirmed in this world.
Doric Explorer is confirmed now. Does exist.
Brutal.
Our dice have sucked.
That will miss Shago.
That's all he's got.
The Tabaxi Hunter is well dead, actually. Hugh. Hugh is not dead. Hugh will move into position and attack with advantage. Beautifully struck. Bottom Brett.
I'm probably trying to get the attention of a bookie to see if I can live bet Gamos getting the kill here, but that's my action.
Perfect.
Still live betting.
You're like,
Yeah.
you're like trying to get some people over to you.
Yeah, 100%.
Gamos.
It's go time.
Almost looks at where he's in the sand and kind of judges the distance. And he backs up about 5 more feet.
Hang on, real quick, flavor. I'm getting the crowd to lead a finish him.
Charge! 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 Going after that dwarf.
Yes.
Line up the dwarf's skull.
Charging in with a lance attack.
Oh my god.
Yikes!
Oh, that's perfect. That's so funny.
Verb. Ah!
Oh my god. Luckily
There it
does not confirm and murder Hugh.
Well, I can't do my bonus action now. Charge attack. Because I have to
Well.
hit with the first. So,
I'll have
instead, people
advantage when
can
you
burn
charge.
for another 2 damage. As Gamos' anger swells.
This combo just takes away this dwarf.
Good. Everything's fine.
Michael, is the Tabaxi dead?
Not moving, and all you see is that the black just spreading.
'Cause I know we're not supposed to
I need
die,
to
but I was like thinking about that damage. I'm like, that could have been below con.
Yeah, so I mean, there is precedent for beasts not understanding the yield terminology that is used in these arena fights.
Plus, he doesn't have Tiny out there to help him.
Spare the time.
This beast will definitely be attacking the Hue in front of him. Hitting. And Shago.
Uh-oh.
Shago will say, "Oh, so it's like that," and will will drop the shield to the ground and swing that spear wildly. First at Maddie. 20 to hit.
Ouch.
It's a nice gash, and then he will kind of wheel around and try to get Mythos with him as well. 24!
Yeah, this guy needs to die.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm feeling real good about this decision.
Yeah. 100%.
Also, thank God I had 8 temporary hit points.
Yeah, for sure. Might as well
shield,
get to it now.
shield on the ground. Now two-handing a spear with multi-attack. The
Yeah, Michael was
priest-
rolling rocks with him.
Look out, Shago is a beast among men. Okay. I don't want to use this last, but I feel like it's smart. Priest wants to make it out of this round. Gonna Guiding Bolt. Don't know why the priest is suddenly blessed. It's pretty weird. Because there is literally no bless on the character sheet. I will never understand why it sometimes blesses people. But
You were supposed to have advantage, weren't you, Croft? Because of Guiding Bolt?
that was on the last one.
Oh,
That was on the other one, plus the other person used it up
Never mind.
and failed.
My bad.
Now this one's done. Tiny.
Seeing that Shago just bopped Mythos over the noggin, he will delay his Spare of the Dying on Jumbo Doug. And he will reach out a Chill Touch
Chill touch Shago.
on Shago.
10. As Does not hit.
Yeah, you have rolled terrible tonight,
I have
Barbara.
not rolled great.
I don't think you've got above a 10.
Yeah, no, I don't. That's quite possible.
Somebody had to take Nick's place.
And
That's true.
First
5, 10,
continues.
15. Mythos heals for that much.
Nice.
That's it.
Maddie.
Let's go. Give me a break.
Those will not hit.
There we go.
That will.
Nice.
Okay. Will confirm. Okay.
One more for the instant kill.
One more for the instant kill. Would have been awesome.
One day.
What a time to have an instant kill this would have been. Still have not brought those over, but I'll happily.
Love rolling
Blood?
minimum.
Bludge?
Bludge. Or, no, let's make it a. I think she's been shooting.
You've been
Lightning.
doing lightning.
Yeah, she's been shooting lightning out of her hand, so it's lightning.
Oh, I see. Okay, so still bludge since it's not technically spell magic.
Yeah, it's not a spell magic. It's just if I ever come across something that's like resistant to bludgeoning, I can at least get around it.
Next
So I get
attack
X.
has advantage.
Okay, and then this is her second unarmed strike.
Oh, it's got advantage.
Ugh.
Can I take a
10.
third roll for extra advantage?
Yeah, no kidding.
10 will not do it.
Wasted all my 25, 25, 18 up there. 10.
10.
So all that, I think I did 5 damage. Lovely.
Such a lightning quick. Brett.
Shago! Hey! Yeah, you! If brains were dynamite, you wouldn't have enough to blow your nose!
It's good. It's good. Lizzie.
There we go.
Little psychic. Little disadvantage.
The disadvantage is really what we need.
Yeah, that's all we really care about.
Mythos.
Smacking away.
There we go.
Absolutely hit.
Do it.
You can see him kind of stagger a little bit. He is still there. Q will likely waste the advantage. Because of course. Hey! He didn't.
It's not wasted.
He didn't waste it. Bottom, Brett.
Nothing.
Gamos.
Storm Aura, 2 damage to each.
It's good.
There, to get flanking.
Roll for the crit.
Yeah, I guess.
Why not?
15 points.
Nice.
Lance through the skull. The snakes kind of go out in all of their hissing, horrible ways. It does then not get a turn. And there is much applause from the crowd.
Almost just kind of goes to resting. He doesn't eat at the crowd or any of the applause at all.
Beautiful. Shago will kind of look to both Maddie and Mythos, kind of back and forth. And as he's standing there with his spear in hand, kind of look to both of you and, do you really want to do this? And he will hold his action. Tiny.
We'll chill touch again.
Yes.
Hey!
Beaut. 6 points.
That'll be it. Just ghostly sneak attack.
This cold, like, hand kind of apparates, and you see the frost just go out, and he, like, crumples kind of almost away from it as that happens. Not expecting this kind of, like, ghostly attack from elsewhere. He was more so expecting literally being hit. So his action is not triggered. And you can see he's kind of currently a little off balance. And it is Maddie's go.
Maddie will look towards the crowd and be like, "What do you think, crowd?" And she'll like kind of do like a thumbs up or thumbs down action. And she assumes the crowd's going to give her the thumbs down back. Because she assumes Brett's going to be like really, you know.
The crowd nearest you is all following Brett's go at this point.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of has them in his hand. So
All right. She'll take the crowd's bloodlust, and she'll just kind of look at Shago, and she'll be like, "You just got to give the people what they want, Shago." And she'll just swing away with the quarterstaff, assuming that provokes his action.
14 will hit with the dropped shield.
Does an 8 do it?
And Maddie, how do you want to do this?
Yes.
I imagine she's just like coming at his like side, his ribs, like kind of like feints towards his head, and like doesn't really want to kill Shago if she can avoid it, you know?
Yeah. So it's
just like straight ribs.
as it impacts him in the rib, just like you can hear the like cracking as he like kind of like went up to block, and it just
And then as a bonus action, she's just gonna turn and immediately walk over the crowd and just like, like a soccer player screaming in front of the ultras or something like that. Just get jacked.
Yeah, there's like beer flying into the air and ale. Like
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Actually,
that was-
how high are these walls?
Like 10 feet.
She does she runs up the wall a little bit and does like a Lambo leap.
They're all like,
For her bonus action, does like a Lambo leap.
She
So that's what
impaled
Maddie's
on one
doing.
of the spikes on the walls. And almost did his entire fight with a dead Maddie hanging impaled on the. Didn't even notice. Man versus beast. That's been completed.
First man.
Jeez.
Shaga, some would say, was a beast.
Needed him gone. That was not in our interest for him to be hanging around.
When the fight is over, Mythos would just sort of lean down to Shago and feed him a good berry. And when he comes to, he would sort of like help him onto his feet and just say, "No hard feelings, mate. Gotta press the advantage. You know how it is."
As he kind of gets up with your help, he definitely kind of angrily kind of turns and starts hobbling back towards the tunnel. And we will take our 909. 2 fights down. Break. Rest.
Oh.
Before your next fight, which is man versus man. And those of you in the crowd, these were not the only 2 bouts. There were more. 2 more. Where in those others, there were only a few more victors. One team fought 8 velociraptors.
Ooh.
And let me see if I can get pitch of the thing. That they fought. How do I do this? 4 of these. These large birds. Known as eblises. So those were things that you could have faced.
I think Tiny would have refused to fight the birds.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take any hit die, Tiny?
Well, I wanted to ask because we can have clerics heal us, correct?
Yes, you can have a
Oh, I
cleric
forgot
heal you
about that.
once,
Yeah, that's
but
the
you
patch.
only get the short rest between the first and second round.
Yes, you should do the short
Yeah,
rest
yeah, I
now
get
and
it.
possibly
Okay.
save
Gotcha.
that cleric, right?
Right. I just didn't know if I had an option to use the cleric now and later, or if it was an either or.
I forgot I
you-
had 9 berries too. Whoops.
You only get to 250 gold pieces for survival if you compete in the second round. That's what you're told. That's your reset.
Shago has to be so pissed.
Yeah, Shago is actually nowhere to be seen when you guys re-enter.
I assume that's gonna come back to haunt us, but
Oh yeah, we're facing him in a back alley at some.
I tried to smooth it over.
He ate your drink.
He's not going to send the assassin after me.
oh yeah, no, it's definitely after Maddie of being like, the UFC fighter on the cage after the betrayal too. Like not good.
Michael, is there any visitation for the combatants, for general populaces like us, between this first round?
You can
On game.
certainly try to go down there if you want, or if you just want them to come over to you after their bout, they can also do that. Just depends.
Yeah, I would try to go down.
Yeah, so as you kind of head that direction, what do you like? You're kind of greeted by guards. What's your play?
The play is to both I want to congratulate some of my companions on a really hard fought victory. B, I want to encourage them for the next round, and then as he starts talking about how well they fought, he's going to go into this, because he's super old, right? He's going to go into this lengthy speech about how important it is to harden yourself in battle, and start recounting all the times throughout history that society is better because they have been able to refine themselves through, and just really drawing it out where it's not a conversation, it's an old man boring them with a story, trying to get them to just finally just wave him through so they don't have to listen to it anymore.
Yes, the guard will kind of bring you down below after the bouts, and you can interact with your party members.
Perfect.
You guys will note that after the fights, a lot of people are down there kind of scraped and bruised, and you basically they start bringing around these bags of rocks that you'll be drawing rocks from. For these fights.
Did we hear about how these next rounds go? All like the PvP rounds?
Yeah, so you generally can hear about and see. You'd also be able to watch some of them. And there are victors from each round that do make it through. A couple nobly trained, knight fighting style people that make it through, that is more recognizable to the style of fighting that you probably, a lot of you at least, kind of had seen, rather than these spear, shield, like Shago was much more spear and shield, hunter style fighting. The Tabaxi that didn't ever get to use its bow and was murdered brutally. And then there's also a few other things of note. After that second round happens, the Tabaxi is kind of brought down on these slabs kind of on the far side of the room. And you see some healers kind of moving quickly around them. Appearing to attempt to cast spells. Those of you that are familiar with, clerical spells or anything like that, you can see this happening, but it is kind of far off in the back section. So depending on how much interest you have in what's going on back there, but there is some amount of hurrying, some confusion, it seems, and the priest that was a part of that same kind of battle kind of heads over there as well. And there's some raised voices of confusion and concern before you kind of note them like taking the body elsewhere through a pair of doors that are on the other side, rather than leaving the body there. So just a bit of commotion.
I think Tiny would have tried to go over there for multiple reasons. One, so let me back up. All of this happened in the same Coliseum, or were they different?
Same Coliseum, it was just different times. So the second event happened after yours.
So we would have
Gamos
watched.
fight.
So
Yeah.
yeah, because Tiny would have known that the Tabaxi guy had the Bone Crushers. Or no, not the Bone Crushers. The
Big
Yes.
honkers.
Big honker.
Honker's colors. And so he would see everything that happened with him. He would try to go over before they took the body away, like shortly after they brought it down, just to kind of
Okay,
look.
yeah. So while you're over there, roll perception, medicine, whatever you
Mhm.
want to roll. And so this is while there's kind of healers moving about. One of which is kind of starting to place a diamond upon the chest of this Tabaxi. So yeah, you get a good look, and you can see this kind of black, like beneath the layer of fur, and just like everywhere. There's some type of fast-acting poison that is definitely done this creature in. Like you can tell, even with an 11, that the Tabaxi is dead. That this is a corpse, not an unconscious, not an unconscious humanoid, but a dead humanoid. And there's a lot of commotion happening as this cleric kind of lays hands upon them, and there's this glowing white light and the disintegration of a gemstone, this diamond that they had placed on the chest. And since you are kind of within proximity to this, roll a perception check.
Good.
Why would you want to roll above a 7?
So
Someone's got to be Nick in this campaign.
the
Might as well be your healer.
this is about the time that the priest woman comes over, and starts kind of asking questions. Some of the things that are said, she there's a lot of concern from her, and what is going on here? Why have you not brought the creature back? And the clerics kind of like first like shove her off a little bit. She's like, I might be able to help. What have you tried? And they both, the clerics that are kind of helping in the situation, both kind of shrug her off and say, the poison, it got in his veins too quickly. He's gone. We are just too late. And at that same time, the other one seemed to start to say, like, the soldiers did not wish to return. Oh yes, no, it is just too. It is. We are just too late. And just start kind of agreeing with the other one in this instance, as you're kind of standing there looking on, Tiny. The priestess that walked over just seems like confused and still kind of concerned, and they're like, we must remove the body so that no one else gets worried. We will take him and examine and find out what happens. And they start to kind of like take the body away through the doors. The priestess just kind of like stands there a bit stunned before she kind of like turns and sees you standing there. Do you know what had happened to him? Do you know? They said his soul did not wish to return, but the other seemed to think that it was just too late.
So I was going to ask, is that perception, would that count if I asked, like, trying to see if there was a similar symbol on him as was on Aurora?
Yeah, you didn't
Okay.
see anything.
Okay.
Strange.
This is a priestess or, like,
Yeah, so this is the
high-end
priestess
lady? Okay.
that fought in the
okay.
same bout.
He got bit, poison, kill, perhaps some sort of spirit barrier for soul.
And Seer kind of look at you a little.
He's trying to, like, pique her interest to see if she's gonna, like, further
Yeah,
inquire.
when you say that, you can see her kind of like squint and look at you. A spirit barrier. This is an interesting thought. But what do you mean?
He'll look back at the rest of the crew that we've been traveling with, or at least a couple of them, and go and kind of look back at her, and we are investigating whatever the name is of the thing that we're trying to find, but I can't remember. I'm sorry.
The Glyph of the Soulless.
That's it. Glyph of Soulless. Similar thing happened to friend of ours.
Roll an insight check.
There we go.
Oh hell yeah, Tiny.
Guys, I'm out. I'm done.
So she
Why
pauses
am
for
I
a
here?
moment. She pauses for a moment and says, "You're investigating. That's interesting. What is your name? Where can I reach you? I think I'm going to do some investigating myself." And she tells you her name is Undrill.
He'll call over to Mythos. And as Mythos is presumably walking over, he'll look at her and just go, I have no name. That one called me Tiny. And he just shakes his head like a shudders, like, meh.
She kind of like nods and turns as Mythos walks over. Hello, I was just speaking to your friend here. He says you're investigating some glyph that has to do with death. I'm quite concerned about what happened to that Tabaxi. It seems they were unable to bring him back. And I was going to go investigate this further and see what I could find out, see what I could pry from them using my credentials. And I was just curious where I might be able to meet you and your investigators later, if I were to scrounge up anything.
Yes. We're at the Thundering Lizard question Mark.
Nailed it.
He'll be in his like normal spring form, so he's not like super scary. And he'll say, "Yeah, absolutely, come by. Let us know if you find anything. And as a reward, you'll get to talk to this big guy again." And he'll just kind of clap Tiny on the back. He's quite the conversationalist. I'm sure you'll have tons of fun.
She kind of smiles and gives a nod before kind of walking back and going through the doors that they kind of took the Tabaxi body. And seeming to forego her 250 gold piece for making it through the round.
Maybe you said, Michael, but I'm assuming that was something a lot of people were watching. Did it look like they were actually trying to raise her? I mean, I'm sure we've all seen that.
Yeah, roll a religion or an arcana check. Yeah, as far as you can tell from what you kind of saw, it did in fact look like they were trying to raise, what is it, raise dead, resurrection, whatever it was. Revivify, I believe. It would have been within the bounds of revivify. So that kind of commotion eventually goes calm a bit. Oh, I can put her name. She is officially. What's her last? I'm just gonna put Andrel because fuck that. But she is not around currently.
Hey, Michael.
Yo.
Can Brett place some bets during the break?
Absolutely. So the next round is man versus man. What types of bets are you wanting to run?
Just gonna bet on Maddie to make it through the round for sure.
Okay. How much are you looking to?
What kind of odds do I have?
So let's see.
Does it actually tell you, or am I just making you make this up on the spot?
Both.
Nice.
There are odds for certain things. Like I don't have specific odds for.
Then tell me what odds you have, and I can just pick off based off that. We'll make it easy.
But after the win, you can do up to 100 gold pieces with this bookie.
Okay.
How much are you trying to bet?
I was gonna make 3 separate bets.
Roughly.
Good, better hedging.
Yeah. Diversified portfolio.
Or you want to do a parlay? They all got.
That's one of the bets I'm gonna do.
You can tell I know about bets. Just tell me what you're looking to do, and I'll just
Okay.
do it live.
First, Maddie, Mythos, and Gamos all to win their individual matches. I want good odds on that. I'm going to put it at plus 420 is my odds there.
Blaze it.
And I'm going to put 20 gold down on that. So 20 gold, we'll say to win plus 11. So to come like 31 total. Or no. I'd win 31 on top of my 20 back. I'm going to bet an individual on Maddie, just 5 gold to win. And then I'll put 5 on. Give me one of the book ones. I'm curious what they ask or what they have.
They're not on the race. They're on the race.
Okay, got it. Then I'll do 5 for Team Jungle Princess to have someone make it through the round.
All right. Just mark off your gold pieces that you are betting now, and I'll just give you the money back.
Cool.
Dependent on Team JP. Just one of Team Jungle Princess.
Yep.
And you were betting 5 on that?
5 on Maddie, 5 on Team Jungle Princess, and 20 on Mythos, Gamos, and Maddie to all make it to the 3rd round.
Love it. Perf. You will be entered into the bookie's book. The bookie's name is Kalahu.
Kalahu?
Yep.
Is this the guy who gave me money earlier?
This is not. This is someone else. She is a middle-aged woman. And she's very like friendly and happy to take your bet, though she is quite busy after that first round.
Okay.
So I need some rocks to be drawn. So what I need is you each to roll, those of you participating, to roll a d8.
Do we? I know I asked
Maddie
this.
versus Mythos.
No.
Do we know how the winner is decided in this? Because I'm assuming there's. Is it last man standing?
This man versus man battle is you either knock the other person unconscious or they yield.
So this is 1v1.
1v1.
Okay, I was thinking it was more of a group. Okay.
I thought
okay.
it was a group. I thought it was a group too, Barlow.
Yeah.
If we knew that, could we try some trickery to try not to be in the same group?
You are just kind of just drawing the rocks out of the bag. If you want to, roll, basically in an attempt to see the color that you're drawing, drop it and You can attempt some trickery, is what I'm saying, but it would be very difficult. Very difficult. Very bad odds.
If it's 1-on-1,
Mhm.
Tiny would bow out.
Camp out, Tiny.
Why not?
Got
You just don't get
a
the
sponsorship
250
to hold up to, man.
Did we? I've already.
No, you only get
fulfilled my
paid
debt,
if you compete in the
You only
second
get paid
round.
if you compete in the second round.
though.
Always yield as soon as you get in.
Yeah. Well, I was. Yeah. Hmm.
I need Mythos to roll again. Interesting. Okay. So, we have Gamos. Unbelievable. In the first bout, is Gamos versus this large orcish creature. Looks like this. That fought against the Iblises. That's the first bout. The second bout is Tiny versus Mythos.
Oh no,
You did not bet on Tiny to get through.
I didn't.
So your parlay's still alive.
Next is Maddie versus another one that fought in the Iblis one. Where's
Come on, give me a. Don't give me an orc with armor.
Yeah.
I thought she did the announcement.
she looks like this.
Yikes! All right.
Monk fight.
Lady on lady violence.
It is. It is.
Make out.
You're gonna need some temp hit points.
Just setting up their things so they roll correctly. Because I need to do that over all of everything. You can't do that. Okay. Toggle. Thank you. Thank you. And then there is Hugh versus that looks like this. A lizard folk that was the part of the Velociraptors. These two gents. Snidely gentleman. What is that token for the veteran? Oh, okay. It's just really dark. I couldn't see it. And this guy. Two knightly dudes that are fighting one another.
Some interesting matchups here.
Interesting matchups.
Good news for Tiny. He can pretty easily take a dive against Mythos and
Okay. So before any of these bouts happen, Anything anyone wants to do? And we'll just we'll run them at the same time as much as we can.
I mean, Mythos would definitely have a conversation with Tiny. He is assuming that, I mean, if he was not really super jazzed to fight in the first place, they could kind of mock battle, and Mythos could fey step, warp him out of the arena. And we like maybe if Tiny has some like magic, he can make it seem like I made him like explode or something, you know. So it's just like there's nothing left, but really we just warped him out of the arena.
What could I? We could sort of, kind of do that. Yeah. Yeah.
Love to see it.
Yeah, I've got something that would actually work for that. To an extent. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, he'd be fine with that. He'd be like, yeah. He was just here for the healing.
All right, great. Well, we'll have we just won't have you two roll an initiative. But we'll have you tell us what happens here. So let's go over here.
Is it safe to assume, Michael, that the battles are going to be close to Brett's section again?
Yeah, likely. One opponent will enter from one side and one from the other.
Cool.
So one of them will enter near you.
Brett, so like I've had a whole round of fights to look at these watchers. Have I seen them do anything? Or are they very much like best security at sporting? They're just standing there because they're paid to stand there.
Yeah, you
Kind of
get-
check do you want?
You get the sense, just from like nothing. They haven't done, as far as you can see, they haven't done anything yet. There's been moments when, you know, like when Maddie jumped into the crowd and like other celebrations that have happened where like people have like kind of reached over and high five. Like there's not, as far as you can tell, there's not been a lot that they've done. And as far as anyone's concerned, there hasn't been any interference.
Cool. Okay.
So
I don't think I need to use suggestion.
on them,
Yeah.
I don't know what you would want to suggest. So that's up to you.
Ignore me. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't seen them intervene in anything at this point, but you've also haven't seen necessarily any reason for them to.
Yeah. I'm gonna I'll go up to just, you know, stakes are a little higher this round, and I'll talk to you know, in between, you know, just start chatting up the nearest watcher, and hey, I've got money on these next rounds. Like, you're keeping an eye out, right?
Yeah. It's what I'm paid to do.
Okay, good. And you keep your eyes on. I'm gonna play, you know, note on my my ukulele, and would like said. Gosh, what save is it? Does it not say in this? Oh, wisdom. There it is. Would like a whiz save from this guy and say, all right, you keep your eyes focused on that section right over there, and I'll point, you know, a couple sections over. They've been super rowdy. I don't want them interfering. Yeah, that's a fail.
Solid 7. Yeah, he kind of like looks at you and is like, oh, it's smart. Let me keep my eyes up. and he looks in that direction. And as you're kind of like walking away, he's like, "Good looking out."
Nice.
And yeah, he's pretty focused elsewhere.
Cool.
Love it.
Before they all left the underground, I give them the inspiring leader speech. Something
Dope.
about the the process of battle and how it's sacred, and we'll work them all into a frenzy, and then at the end, look at Maddie and tell her to reserve her first fist bump after her victory for him. And
She'll
they'll get-
nod. She'll nod very solemnly.
It's good. It's good. Do you want to inspire any of my bad guys? Just in case. Make it a little more fair.
What's your level plus your charisma?
I think it's 5 total. You get 5 total.
Sick.
Awesome. All right.
And he is in the front row, fully expecting the Lambo leap fist bump.
Yep.
If I can have you roll summon-ish. Those of you that will be taking part.
Perfectly average. There we go. Beat the person I needed to beat.
Important.
Have I seen? Did we watch the other fights?
Yeah, you probably got to see them. It just was from kind of not the best viewing angles. But what you saw with her was she used a scimitar short bow combo. And what you saw from the orcish gentleman was great axe. He's got some javelins for ranged. That is what you saw. What the heck? That's silly. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. Wunderbar. Once again, we'll do. I'm going to switch to Brett so I get this confused. Because we'll do top Brett and bottom Brett. And in between when we start the next rounds, I want to know what's happening in the Great Mythos Tiny fight. So let's get this shit started. Brett is quick off the blocks in fight one.
Is this top Brett or bottom Brett?
This is top Brett.
Okay. Brett is starting to lead a Maddie cheer.
Good.
And will specifically shout, "Maddie, rip his fucking head off!" Or rip her fucking head off, and you now have an inspiration die.
Cool.
Good.
'Cause I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep the fight near you. She's got a short bow.
Oh, she's got a short bow? Crap, that's bad.
So thank you.
Not good.
It's just like chasing her around the arena.
Yeah. I'm not above it.
This take off your clothes and strip and run onto the field, and people won't know you're interfering. They'll just think you're
Yep.
streaking.
Yeah, that's
Which-
true.
Totally fine. Beautiful. In the bottom fight, the Orog will go first. He will.
If you can get her to the center, Connor, I can help.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work.
Nope.
I can't imagine why they wish they would. I think it's just. I'm glad you spent the inspiration.
In a very, we'll say, aggressive move, the Orog will fucking sprint towards the horseman.
Yes.
60 feet as a dash. And as a bonus action, move aggressively up to his speed. So 15 feet more forward, getting all up in your grill. But he can't do anything. But he saw he does not want to get charged. This orc. That is his go. But bottom Brett, he's not within range. He's in the wrong cheering section.
Yes, he is.
But he did not want to get charged. So.
Well, first Brett will shout, "Hey, Orog, your village is missing its idiot!" And
Probably true.
cast Vicious Mockery. That'll save.
Very
And-
wise orc.
Yeah, very
Flat
wise.
D20.
Then we'll inspire Gamos. Gamos, pulverize him! Gamos! And you now have Inspiration Croft.
D6, right?
Level 3 D6. Let's get this level acceleration going, Michael. This weak stuff ain't what it used to be.
Maddie.
Okay. All right, so Maddie is going to hold. She's going to ready an action. So if this lady shoots the short bow at her, Maddie is going to then use her action after the shot to close the distance.
Dope. Very cool. Gamos.
Gamos lets his lance fall to the side and pulls out his war pick. And his bonus action. Things are going to heat up a little around here, and he's going to rage. He's going to take
Damn
2
it.
damage. And I'm going to reckless attack.
Yeah. Yes!
God. Confirm it. That'll confirm.
Oh yeah.
That'll confirm. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Let's see. War pick, you say?
Pearson.
Piercing.
That sounds piercing. Great. Just take your time, roll 20. Piercing. Oh no. Blood in the eyes.
Oh,
Okay. So let me take that damn. Solid. Damn. And DC 21 Constitution. You can hit it, so there's that. Oh no! Roll a D4.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
can't
Gamos
wait
has yet to sweat.
He is now blind after running directly at you and taking a fucking pick to the face.
I
don't
can just
even need to
picture this where
insult
just
him anymore.
Gamos just like sees him charging and just like calmly drops the
Mm-hmm.
pick or drops the lance, and as he comes running up, just jabs the pick right into his eye.
Yeah, just sticks the lance like straight in the ground next to him. And
Yeah,
Yes.
Marshall, 100% correct.
yeah.
I'd imagine that Gamos is pretty fired up about this, right, Croft?
He still stays pretty steely.
Really, it's a fucking pops this guy. All right, beautiful. Salida will fire off her short bow,
Sweet.
as you may have guessed. 9.
That will miss.
It's right over your tiny head.
Is that her only attack?
It is.
Cool. Maddie will use her action to charge the extra 40 feet.
Good. Great. Great. Exactly what she wanted. A monk right in the face. No ill effects on the monk.
that's a good roll.
If only I had a hat that I could throw at her.
Things are good. Things are great. Brett. The battle seems to be quite far away.
Yeah, I can literally do nothing.
But that side of the crowd is a lot happier because all the action
Yeah.
happens on their side earlier. So.
Brett will start chanting, "Bring them back! Bring them back!"
Love it.
That's all I got.
The blind orc, which has blood in his eyes. Disadvantage on his attack rolls. Great. Seems like things are going well for him. He will swing twice with his great axe and just hope to high hell he can hit the massive goat man in front of him.
It isn't normal. Because I reckless.
Oh no!
No. All right, 12 points of
That's
slashing.
okay. I take 1 point of damage.
No.
You take one?
1 after the tempt.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's right.
Halved and tempt.
Half attempt. I
Yep.
was like, okay.
And his second swing, so at normal, 15
Misses.
misses. So after getting excited, blindly swinging, he just can't hit you with that second. And that is all that he can do. Things aren't looking great. Brett,
This is bottom, Brett, right?
this is bottom. The action is near you.
Yeah. Brett is going to start leading the section in song. Some rendition of you know how you're a bastard referee. This one, Orog, you're a bastard Orog, and we'll use that to cast Dissonant Whispers at the first
God.
level. And it is verbal only, so feeling pretty good. And so I need a wisdom save.
You have a lot of just verbal only spells.
Yes, I do.
16.
Oh, what the heck? Is that his second just flat?
He only
Yep.
rolls flat 16 saves.
Wow, that's crazy.
Speaking a different language than him.
Yeah, I guess. That's all I got.
He only understands Thor.
You can do half damage.
Oh, do you get
Yeah,
half damage?
half as
Thanks.
much
I didn't
damage.
even read. Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
that's good half.
3d6. All right, 5 points of psychic damage.
Bloody and blind.
That's what I got.
Bloody really makes sense at this point, as there's blood in its eyes. Maddie.
Maddie is gonna swing with her quarterstaff two-handed. Probably miss.
10 will miss.
She'll do an unarmed strike. Also probably miss.
11 will miss.
And then she's gonna back up and taunt the lady.
How many key points do you get, Connor?
I get 3 per short rest,
Ooh, that's nice.
but I gotta make these ones last longer. I was like, let's go wild in the last combat.
Yeah, for sure.
Mute.
Nothing like a 5 and a 6.
Amos.
Amos will beat his shield with his war pick, dealing 2 fire damage to everyone around him in 10 feet.
You can see some members of the crowd like backing away from the heat coming off of you.
And I have advantage because it's blind, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So no reckless.
None necessary.
18.
18 hits. Burying the pick between his armor. Just pounding away. Digging for diamonds.
Picking away.
Within this poor orc. Solida will. That's that. That seems not worth it. Well, she does still have it out. But is it worth it? Yeah, she'll try to short bow you. It was worth it.
Oh boy.
It was. It was worth it. And
Ouch.
she hits you with this short bow
Well,
for a lot of damage. Ooh, doggy. It's like my favorite thing to do.
oh fuck.
Oh, no.
D10 Dex.
Plus level.
Not nothing, but could have been a lot better.
So you're kind of able to get out in front of it, but still just the
Holy
force.
Yeah,
amount of force.
that really, really hurt.
And you actually can feel like this, like after you kind of get your hands in front of it and kind of catch it, but it still impacts and like cuts. This like pulse of like something, kind of like some coating or something that was on that seemed to do more. And then she'll kind of like toss her short bow to the side. Have that scimitar out. And in the mid fight of the evening, what the heck is going on? between this big old furbolg and this green boy, or is he summertime again?
I mean, he's in the colors.
Yeah, great.
All the
Yeah.
colors.
He
We've
is.
The Bone Man versus the Banana Man.
Preston, do
Great.
you want to take it away on this one?
So I think after when it starts, both characters just probably start walking towards each other because Tiny's not running. Something tells me Mythos isn't like gung ho crazy after him. Maybe he is. I don't know. But Tiny will essentially start walking forward, and when they get probably within 20-ish feet, I think Tiny is going to, he'll pull out his scimitar and he will infuse it with his spirit to make it kind of shiny and glow and gleam. And as he runs forward, because he is taller and bigger than Mythos, as he gets within probably like 10 to 5 feet on a full sprint, he will jump up in the air, trying to slam down on him. And somehow Mythos will do some funky stuff.
So Mythos will
Awkward.
sort of like deftly roll out of the way and kind of like I'm picturing it like, you know, if he's jumping, Mythos is kind of like rolling like almost between his legs underneath him, and he'll pop up, and you know, keen eye viewers will see as he's rolling, his color changes back to green, and he touches Tiny on the calf as he rolls, and Tiny vanishes from sight.
There's this like definite moment from the crowd, like the anticipation, and the and confusion, and then we'll see what fallout happens after the next one. Brett. Top Brett, I should say.
Yeah. Still leading the come back this way chant. Fight over here. Fight over here.
Crowd loves it.
I can't even reach you with healing word, Connor.
The crowd loves the fight over here chant.
Yeah.
My blind orc.
If you come back over here, I could help you a lot, but you're on
My
your
blind-
own.
My blind disadvantaged orc will swing wildly twice with the big ol' axe. This time at disadvantage. For you to need reckless and miss wildly twice. So things are going well, I would say, for the orcish kind. Brett, down below.
Hey, Org, if you were any slower, you'd need watering once a week.
He loves a wisdom save. Did he get it?
Yes, he did.
Ah, yes.
You got it twice.
He's got it 3 times. I did a vicious, I did dissonant whispers.
No, but you got it twice on just that roll.
Oh, yeah.
Some would say that
The
It's the
wisest
wisest
he
work.
just doesn't hear you.
That's true.
It's just-
Yeah.
Ease nor sees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that's it.
He's got nothing else to focus on. Maddie. The arrow got through.
So Maddie's gonna do a performance check, and she's gonna really try to sell how bad this arrow hurt and is like stumbling backwards.
Ooh, love it.
And I'm gonna use her draconic presence. I'm just gonna pop this in here. Lets her, if she fails a charisma check, you can use your reaction to re-roll the check. I think she's just. Is it okay if I just give myself advantage on this check? regardless. And like she's
Yeah, I like that. She's definitely
So-
hurting.
she's
and-
really hurting, and she's really trying to channel all of her charisma to give this sell performance about how much she's hurting.
Love it.
And then she is going to fall over, making herself prone.
Good. It's good.
She is going to, if she moved, how far away is she? No. She moved her 40 feet. She can move a little more because I guess
You're like out here.
You were 10, 2 squares between you.
yeah, okay.
You were 15 feet
She's
away.
She's gonna fall over. And one more. I'll move up one. Sorry. She's right
Oh,
here.
I was just showing you where to.
She's gonna fall over, prone, and she will ready an action to pop up heroically, Paul Pierce style, if this lady comes charging in with the scimitar.
I love it.
She'll basically use her dash. She'll use the dash action as her action to pop up if this lady comes charging in with the scimitar.
Gamos.
Gamos just sort of leaned back to avoid the orc's wild strikes, and will attempt to bop him on the head once more.
The fact that he hasn't had to move
It's amazing.
is incredible. 13 hit points remain on the orc. Calm, cool, collected, blinding the orc after discarding his preferred weapon to fight with a war pick. Gamos just clinical. Salida. Will. That's 30. Kind of start walking 30 feet towards you. With her scimitar. She's now kind of discarded her short bow. And call out to you quite loudly, just to make sure the crowd and everyone hears it. Do you yield, girl? And she will hold her action. Right.
Top Brett, right? That's the only Brett left.
Brett.
Come on, Maddie! Stand up and kick her ass! And I will cast Healing Word for 7 hit points. She is literally 5 feet out of my range, Connor, so still not able to do much.
You did a wonderful thing.
Yeah. So that's all I got. And don't forget you have an inspiration die, Connor.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, Orog does nothing. Bottom, Brett. Much different battle down here.
I was gonna say it's over, right?
It is.
Okay, yeah.
Maddie.
All right, Maddie's gonna pop up,
Oh.
and she's gonna
Give up.
use her first instance of Breath of the Dragon. And if 30-foot line. And we'll do fire damage on a 30-foot line.
Unsuspecting. Kip up to. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
That's good.
she will do 5 fire damage.
Cute. Tells you what not expecting that.
And then I think for her bonus action, she'll go ahead and do patient defense. Because she assumes this lady's going to come just charging in pissed after getting fire on.
Gamos, anything left you want to do to this poor dead orc?
Nope. And just picks up his lance. Is the gate behind him open?
Yes, they'll be opening it now.
He just walks back through.
Just another day's job, another day in the job.
Another day.
It takes like 3 of the helpers to come out and drag this orc in. You can tell that they're stabilize him as he is at just right at 0. This guy.
I like to think Gamos like literally has to punch out on a clock as he leaves. Just like,
It's like I'm done.
yep.
I'm done with this. Okay. Salida will, in fact, move straight in, seeing you have not yielded, and make 2 scimitar attacks at disadvantage. A 9 and a 21.
On this one, Brett will pull out his one of his instruments. We'll just say ukulele, because that's been on the mind, and
Love it.
like just start playing like crazy, like it's back on, everybody, and we'll cast Silvery Barbs and force her to re-roll the d20.
Awesome.
I can't believe. Is every one of your spells only verbal components?
A lot of them
Good.
are only verbal.
There are a
Those are
lot
good.
of.
I love it,
verbal bard
Marshall.
spells.
Yeah,
I mean,
This
you're
is like-
doing it like it's perfect. This
this
is
is
like
perfect.
13.
13 is a miss.
And so now you have advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw you make.
Sick.
That's very cool. Love that. Awesome. So after the very large furbolg vanishes into thin air, and the crowd, shocked, confused, excited, what do you do in that there arena? Mythos.
Sorry, say that again.
So after you disappear, a furbolg who is running at you with a glowing scimitar, and the crowd kind of in anticipation and excitement. What do you do?
He will sort of turn the edges of his, of his garments back to the summer color. So this time he's inverted. So he's mainly green,
Love it.
but has the, the little bit of the summer colors at the edges. And he'll spike his quarterstaff into the sand and just scream a victorious yell.
And as you just scream out, the crowd that's kind of like semi-hushed also just starts going nuts and just loving it, eating it up.
And Mythos is really loving it because he feels like he really got one over on the entire crowd.
Oh, I love it. And Tiny, I assume you just scamper off. Vanished. Hiding somewhere down the tunnel. down the tunnel.
Yeah, he would have been moved 30 feet
Awesome.
in a direction.
Beautiful. So down into the tunnel. Brett, back to the top fight. Sure, go if you want it.
Yeah, I'll use some vicious mockery now that she's in range. Don't you dare mess with the jungle princesses! And go ahead and make a whiz save. Yeah, there you go.
Ouch.
That's my speed. Yeah, so 4 and disadvantage on her next attack.
So
While Maddie has advantage on this coming attack.
the tide's turning. Maddie with advantage.
Give me a fucking break.
Inspiration die? Inspiration die?
I was about to say you don't really want to be one-on-one with Monk. That's what I've learned in my time, but
You don't have to, obviously. I just. Ugh.
13.
13 hits.
9 bludgeoning. I mean, I have a 60% chance of hitting her with a +5, but it's just garbage. Okay. And then she'll do her normal unarmed strike as a bonus action.
21. 21 definitely hits.
All right. It's a good call on that one, Marshall. That was a decent damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, she will. She will scimitar twice, disadvantaged. For the first. 14.
Misses. Barely. Like Matrix dodge.
And the second, normal.
Whoop!
14.
Matrix dodge.
Oh no. Oh no.
The tides have turned with the cheating.
There's no cheating if it doesn't happen. If no one notices.
This is true.
Loser! Loser! Ah! Why are these gladiators so wise, Michael? That's all I got.
16. That's all we roll. 16, baby. Alright. Oh, a 9. A 9, you say? 15 will do it.
I'm a 3rd level character with 2 attacks. Good lord.
She will also attack twice this time. Does not have disadvantage. A 20.
That'll hit.
And the second, an 11.
That will not.
We're getting down to it. The crowd is really into this.
Yeah. I'm getting to the end of my insults list because I didn't think it would, need it this much. I'm not gonna even make up a dumb one. Just roll for it.
The crowd is really into this.
Oh my gosh! All right, Maddie, got a hit.
Got a hit. I rolled a 6 on that quarterstaff, like the entire fight.
I don't think you've rolled better than that on your quarterstaff. And of course, your unarmed strikes just can't be stopped.
Good night.
A monk till the end.
Alright. Scimitar's coming. 15.
Maddie's gonna use her shield. The dragon mark's gonna kick in. He doesn't really want to use it on this fight, but we're a little too close to death. I think.
Yeah. Plus that temp hit points more than anything else.
Or it does damage to her. Let's find out.
Ooh.
She takes 5 force damage.
5, you say?
Yeah.
Nice.
Exactly 5. You say?
So like
As
as the
shield.
scimitar is about to hit, like Maddie just like reaches her hand out in front, and like if you've seen her, that mark on her hand, it like pulses, and that magical shield comes out in like this energy wave, just pulses and takes her down. And Maddie's a little spent for 2 more rounds, but we lived.
And no one celebrates more wildly than Brett,
then-
who has just got paid out for all
Three-
of his bets.
3 for 3.
Then Maddie goes and finds Gorm. She doesn't like quite like run and leap as much, you know, a little more of a limp. But she does go find Gorm. Give him a
Great one, Firecracker. Great one. And he tussles her hair and lifts her arms up, and as he tussles her hair,
Thank you.
there you go. Feel 15 hit points better.
Thank you.
Amazing. Two very different
Brett
fights.
will also go for his high fives as well if you'll come to his section.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure my section is probably like throwing flowers on you or something at this point. The lather I've got them whipped up into.
Yeah.
Two very different fights that ended with the opponents both just exactly hitting 0. Amazing. Salida will also be taken out, and brought up in that area, just restored.
I guess that could have been worse. Still got a couple key. It was really, without the cheating, I definitely would have lost. So
Red's pretty spent on his cheating too. We're
yeah.
down to 1 inspiration die, 1
But, we're in the
first
black.
level.
We're in the black. That was important to get
Yeah,
past
that was big.
Yes, so.
Yeah, do we have 1 more round or 2 more rounds?
2.
Two.
So for each of you winning your heat, the payout is 100 gold pieces each. And you do not need to compete in your next heat if you want to just keep it.
So we're at 1,300 gold pieces all together, with 350 for the 3 winners and 250 for Preston Tiny. And we had to pay 750 to Jungle Princesses, but everyone else was just making it rounds, right? Yeah, so we're plus 550, which is pretty good.
Is if you lose in the 3rd round, Michael, do you not get any money?
No, you have secured this payout.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. The next round is man versus hero. It is really.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
storm's in Lawrence right now. The lightning's real big.
Is it a 1-on-1?
It is mano y mano.
All right.
How much money did I win gambling, Michael?
You won 75 gold pieces
Yeah,
total. Pretty good purse.
we're cooking
Pretty
now.
good.
Great
Pretty
day
good
for
purse.
Brett. Great day.
And we do
That's
not
easy.
have a short rest in between this fight.
You don't, but you have access to a cleric that can heal you.
That you really need, Mythos.
Well, it's just the short rest would have replenished my face step.
Yeah, not enough time. Not enough time between these bouts.
I need Gamos's to just last a little longer.
I got 1 more rage.
Oh yeah, that's all I need. It's 1 more rage. Okay, it's one more time.
Can any of the 3 of us beat a tough opponent like that 1-on-1?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Gamos. With the-
Gamos is the only one I would have. I think we'd have a shot at at this point.
Yeah, or just like, I mean, you know, lucky rolls, like you could crit.
It's
Like
true.
that was the thing. Like I was doing pretty good, and then that arrow crit just destroyed me. I mean, I would have gone down without the.
Without that, I think
Yeah,
it probably would have
crits.
been
Crits hurt.
hittable. But
Though you did get her to switch to scimitar too. That was big.
the crit was brutal.
I was thinking her Sherpa would be worse, and I think I was right. Except, and I can like deflect the damage. But the crit just that changed the fight. That did 30 damage.
Oh, Hugh beat the lizard folk,
Good for Hugh.
and this rando cabando knight guy handily beat the other guy. So there you go. The more you know. The lizard folk was kind of an interesting deal, that guy. He had a lot of things that could be a pain in the ass to deal with, but Hugh handled it. But Hugh also needs healing. So.
Just for now, everyone, I threw 1,300 gold pieces in the bag of holding and just called it tournament winnings. And obviously, we can, do different stuff. I'm just marking it down so we don't forget.
You will win 150 gold pieces if you win this heat. This upcoming heat, this man versus hero. The knightly chap is actually gonna bow out because he got his money. Hugh doesn't bow out because Hugh's a man of. He's got some fight in him, that guy. And then I just need a D4 from each of you. And if somebody doubles up.
Are all three of you fighting?
And there's no negative as far as I can tell of them dying.
If you die, you might not get resurrected.
Yeah,
If we
Maddie-
die in the
Maddie
game,
didn't-
we
Maddie
die in
didn't
real
see
life.
that. Maddie didn't see that conversation, and she's 13. She thinks she's gonna live forever.
Cool.
Another reader.
There we go.
Okay. Set that one for Hugh.
And what's the last round, Michael?
The last round is champions fight for favor.
So we just fight each other at the last round.
That's what I'm assuming.
I thought we fought her, maybe.
There's no way she would put herself out there like that, right?
She was a champion of it
Yeah.
lots of
In
times.
this round, your fight is announced as you will exit. So Gamos is 2. Mythos is going to be first. Then Gamos, then Maddie, and Hugh. Beautiful. Mythos. I'm just going to give you who you're fighting now. We'll be doing these next week because it's 10:40. Mythos, you will be fighting a Tabaxi warrior known as Tarashi the Needle Spear.
It's a cool name.
Gamos
Mm-hmm.
will be fighting an elven, a labyrinthine elf known as Zenith the Red. Maddie, you will be fighting a Keen Afa, merchant princess.
Oh, good.
and Hugh will be fighting the harbor master, who is a half dragon named Zindar.
A half dragon. Oh man, I wanted Maddie to fight. I should roll the
Yeah.
Dang it. Can you?
It's a great
tell me-
opportunity for us.
This is a good opportunity for
You get
us.
to make a good impression on her.
What was her name one more time, Michael?
A Keen Afa.
And that's the princess of the
We'll see him.
the Colosseum, right?
Yes.
Wow.
The merchant princess who deals in weapon shields traveling your rain catchers, saddles, wagons. I actually have a picture of her. She looks like this. She is fairly young, and as was stated before, she was probably around Maddie's age when she got her first win in this here Coliseum. So there's some interest there.
Akin Afa.
Keen Afra. And as the rest of the fights are happening, Mythos kind of getting things started. You guys are kind of wardened off downstairs, each to your own like areas, and they actually like will curtain them off and let you get in your zones. You won't be able to watch these other fights. The cleric will come by, speaking to you. They'll let your people like come down and speak to you for up to a point before they kind of leave, have everyone kind of leave you to your devices to like, get yourself into the zone before these fights. And there is someone who comes to visit Maddie in the moments before she is to enter the arena. This person is in noble clothing, kind of like wearing very like fine clothes, and has a lot of jewelry on her arms, bald head, and she kind of enters the room and looks to Maddie and says, "Congratulations, Matty, on making it this far. We were all very pleased to see your display in the previous round and your bravery in the rounds before. It is a great honor to fight the merchant princess Akin Afa. I hope you feel quite honored. It will also be very honorable for you to fall." And that's where we will end tonight's session. Picking back up next week as we see what happens in the third round of the tournament. Favor